All right. Recording, streaming, stuff is set up. We got our brown bag. We got a lighter. What's up every fucking intro, man. What's up everybody? It's the Big Bop. The biggest bop. The only bop and just the bop. And if you don't like me, you might just be my biggest op. Today, I've got this brown bag, the last of 4 items out of these brown bags before we have to go and find more, right? And we're rolling. Oh, we're gonna review another pre-roll today. So this is an Imperial Pink Gelatti 2 gram THCA diamond pre-roll, manufactured for Imperial Extraction out of Las Vegas. All right, it says here on the side it's got 30+% THCA diamond. It's got a glass tip. All right. So on the side here, it says it's got 30% THCA diamond. It's got a glass tip and it's third party tested. And on the other side, we've got, your barcode, probably your test results. I didn't actually look at that QR code yet. Yeah, scan the QR code for test results. Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, like the branding is super minimal. It's very like cut and dry to the point. Like here's a full look at it. And unlike the last two, this is a plastic tube, whereas the last ones were glass. So the Torch 2 gram hash holes were glass. This is a plastic container. Let's see, Best Buy 725, batch number 103, number. Okay, so here on the front, it says 1.5 top shelf flour and then zero point 0.5 grams of THCA diamonds. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's open this up. Ooh, that was not that was not satisfying to open. Like I know the camera unfocused there for a second, but that was not a satisfying snap. Oh, okay. It looks like there's still a cardboard filter in here on top of the glass filter. All right, let's take a first look together. Here's the tip. And like honestly, that might just be the ugliest pre-roll I have ever seen. Like I'm low-key kind of disappointed with that off the bat. Like that might just be the ugliest pre-roll I ever seen. This looks like something you buy to break open. All right, but maybe looks can be deceiving, you know? Just because they put covers on books doesn't mean you should judge them by it. Just because you put covers on books doesn't mean you should judge them by it. That's a fucking new one. I'm fucking stupid. All right, so here we go. We got our pre-roll ready. You know, it smells okay. It does smell like a gelati, which is a plus, right? Because you always want your rec weed to smell like what you know. Like, and it does. It smells like a gelato. Like, I'll give it that. I'm not a super big fan of the way, like how thick it is, like the way it's rolled, but like, who knows? I'll probably give it like, honestly, it's probably like a 4 for the smell. The smell's not all too strong. And like, here's the other thing too. If you're gonna promote a glass tip, like the end of your glass tip has to be clean, bro. Like the tip has to be clean. Like there's all this like crap on here, and I realize, that's bud, that's cannabis, that's everything, right? But I don't want to put that in my mouth if it's dirty. You feel me? So we're gonna take a second and I'm just gonna scrape off some of this gunk. Let's take this. and let's light it up. Overall, my initial reaction to this is like I'm not super jazzed, which is so like disappointing to say because before I realized like the container was plastic, like I had really high hopes for this, you know. This is probably the one I wanted to actually take out and do. But looks can be deceiving. All right, let's light this up. Yeah. Like, so we're going to ignore that initial paper taste because that's just going to be the rule from now on. We're not going to complain about the taste of the paper. Oh, that's really harsh. At least a little bit. But that's starting to bubble already. Bubble and spit and I'm not super jazzed over the taste. It tastes really harsh and like it wasn't flushed properly. Like, you know, when you get that like yeah, look at all this smoke pouring up at that thing. You don't even got to put that to your mouth to hit it. You just that's the thing. Is like the last couple pre rolls we smoked, there was more smoke. I feel like coming off them than actually made it into my lungs. Sandpit turtle. Everybody, right now, drop a like for Sandpit turtle. Like we all love him. He's our favorite character on the show. What he does is indispensable to us because we dispense into him. No, this tastes pretty bad. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like it don't taste great. It very much feels like I'm smoking mids right now. So the last two joints we did were decent, you know, they tasted good. If I had nothing else to smoke, I would be happy about that. But if you handed me this to smoke, like, and I really wanted to do like a bong rip or smoke a joint or something, like, and you handed me this to smoke, I would probably, I'm not getting that with this. Like, it's getting to the point where, like, I'm over here just kind of letting it, like, burn. Oh, man. This is super fucking harsh. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's talk about the taste real quick. I've thrown a lot of words out there. Mid, like unflushed. What it really tastes like out here is like this shit tastes like a campfire. Have you ever breathed in a campfire before? Because that's the same feeling I'm getting. It feels choky, it feels hot, it feels like I'm breathing ash. And like there's totally a cardboard tip inside the glass tip in here. Like so this whole piece past the paper here, this is cardboard in here. So this to the end is they really tried to roll this up like it was a cannon or something. And to be honest, it's just not a vibe. You know, like I feel like this is a fumble. Like this is like they went to throw it, right? You know, football, right? They went to throw it and the ball went backwards. And he threw it an empty hand and nothing came to you. Look at the ring too. Like usually when you get like a resin ring like that, it's some fire. You know? Like I'm not even feeling really like high right now. Yeah, let's put that out for a second. Honestly, this one might be a short video. Like, not a super big fan of the taste. Like, I'm trying to power through it. Like, I don't really feel like high. Like, I feel like in emptiness where the high should be. Like, when you smoke and you get a change, but the change is that there isn't any change. Does that make sense to y'all? You know? Like, I got more of a head change from that than I did from the joint. Oh, that's what was fucking going on. There's just, I don't know if y'all heard that, but there was just a loud ass bang and the cat came down. What's up, Appa? Maybe I'll record the intro now. Like, I feel like I'll record the intro. Hell yeah, because I feel like I fucked up the first one. Yeah, what if I just like take this, right? Stick it back on. What's up, everybody? I am the Big Bop, the biggest Bop, just the Bop and the only Bop. And if you don't I fucked up my own intro. Goddamn. Just the bop and the only bop. And if you don't like me, you might just be my biggest op. If you missed the first part of the stream already, we're sitting here, we're smoking. We got the joint sitting off in the side over here. Like, don't worry, it's all legal. As far as Twitch is concerned, it might as well be a cigarette, but I heard that they like that less than weed, so feel like I'm having an ADHD nightmare. Alright, so I'm probably gonna light this back up again. But for all y'all curious out here, after the first burn and put out, this is what we got going. Right. We're about halfway through, so I decided to put it out. Honestly, I mostly put it out because I just wasn't enjoying it like as much as I thought I would. But now that my expectations are more realistic, so we're about halfway through the joint, which means that it's a good time to relight it. Here's the where we're at with it. We're about halfway down. It's got this nice little resin ring, all these white little speckles. That's from me. That's from it sitting in the ashtray. If you like your joints to not taste like ash when you relight them, do not stamp them out, right? I do this on camera. I stamp my joints out because that's how the normal person does it, right? What you really should do is like with the last pre-rolls, how they had glass containers. If you have a pre-roll, if you are smoking something that is keef covered, oil infused, anything like that, take it, filter side down, and drop it back into the container, and then screw the cap back on and let it go out because there's no air and not because you stamped it. And I guarantee you, your joint will taste better when you relight it. Not taste better than it did when you lit it the first time, but it will taste better than if you had in the ashtray. This shit is like the mobster cigar equivalent of pre-rolls. Like, this shit is thick. Like, if you have a big lighter at home, like, here's to scale. Like, this shit is like this shit is half of the fucking lighter. Like, this is a fucking thick joint, and the airflow for it being such a thick joint, it feels like you're breathing with your mouth open. What did I just do with the lighter? I'm so frustrated with myself. You know what this does? I'm the type of high where like I'm scrambled and I'm a little bit of everywhere. Like I'm not like high, but like I feel it. That's what this is turning into. And I'm hoping to sway that away, but that's what we're here to find out on the channel. Is we're here to find out what you're gonna feel like, how it's gonna feel, what it's gonna taste like, if there's any problems with the joints, like if you open it up and like the joints got like mold growing up the side, like we're checking it out. This is the purpose of sitting here smoking these. These are smoke alongs. If you're at home right now, right? If you're at home and you're smoking along at home, cheers, homie. Happy New Year. This is the first video shot in 2025. It's a fucking gorgeous ass Saturday, bro. Like, let's blow a couple O's real quick. This thing is getting hot. Like, it's getting hot, hot. I feel like I need to stand up. Oh man. Yeah, I think it's time to stand up. All right. So here we are at a new angle, standing the fuck up because this shit has got me fucking kind of wired, to be honest. Like, I am not a sit still kind of high right now. And I think that's the part of this that's bugging the fuck out of me. I think genuinely that this is not your this is not your sit in a chair and relax type of joint. Like, this is either smoking with the homies or smoking while you're doing something, or this is not a sit still type of joint. We are gonna finish it. Who knows? Maybe we'll even head out mobile around the house or something. We'll do it in the kitchen or something. My lips are starting to get like that weird film on them, like when the resin starts to get on them. Let's check back in with taste, right? Because now that I'm like into the joint, it tastes different. It tastes completely different than it did before, but it still tastes like a campfire. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. You know, it's very like it's very like it's got like a kind of like half musky taste, you know, but it's like a citrusy like musk on top of like a campfire, as if you like set an orange tree on fire, you know what I mean? No, you don't. Unless you're from somewhere dude, that sets orange trees on fire. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. What is all that fucking noise? Oh. Church is going on across the street. So there's like mad people outside. I hope I don't get paranoid high off of this. That would be bad. Like, to be honest, I'm feeling a little I can feel my heart going. I can't start beatboxing on here. That's gonna be wild. That's gonna be too much. So like I'm a little like, if I was gonna rate how high I was on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say like I'm definitely not paying attention in math class right now. Like, you know what I mean? But like I might be listening to what the English teacher's saying. This is out. It went out while we were standing here. Actually, it went out while I was hitting it, which was crazy. Let's let this one sink in for a second, because that was a lot, you know, if I'm being honest with y'all. That felt like a lot. I'm down to go again, you know? Nose is running a little bit too. Before anybody freaks out, like the underside of his tail, he sat in wax, and we just haven't been able to cut it out. You feel like you're involved now? You want to hit this? It's not lit. Don't worry. See, the thing is, Appa likes weed. Like, this is our cat Appa. You know, like the bison. Yeah. He likes weed, but he doesn't like weed that's bad. And like, and what I mean by that is like, if you leave him alone for too long with a rolling tray, he'll eat the nugs off the rolling tray. Type B. Like, he very clearly doesn't like to smoke. And, well, duh, he's a cat. Cats don't smoke. But, like, he doesn't like the smoke. So I'm not going to light it until he hops down. But our other cat, Jack, will straight up run up to you and like if you're smoking like with a joint in your hand, if you're smoking, our other cat will run up like if this is his face and will go and will straight up stick his face like in the joint and try to smoke it out of your hand. Like it is fucking hilarious, but it's so not good for him. Like we try not to let him. Like when you smoke in my living room, you gotta smoke with the joint up here because the cat will try to get at it. That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. But like that's probably my fault, leaving the rolling tray unattended because of Appa, and Jack's not my fault. The other cat, he he just likes to smoke shit. He'll do that if you're smoking a cigarette too, but we don't smoke cigarettes in the house, so I low key want to like relight this. I'm gonna have to cut all of that because it sounds cool to me because it rings in my ears, but like, you know, to y'all, it's just gonna sound like fart noises. I've been sitting here for the last 40 something minutes, and I know like a lot of this probably isn't gonna make the video, but like I've had the worst ADHD nightmare. And if you want to be part of the ADHD nightmare while we record these videos, you can check me out over at Twitch on The Biggest Bop. Or if you want to just catch the after party, here on the YouTube channel, you can hit that subscribe button. You can drop a like, you can comment, like I either like or answer every comment. Like that's the perks of being a small channel is I get to talk to you guys. Like, when you comment or when you just pop in, even if you watch like a couple minutes of the video, right? Like and then you like drop a like or something like that's cool. That makes my fucking day. Right? Like I got a notification that I got a new subscriber the other day and I was like riding a high for like a week, you know? But like that's cool as fuck, man. Like but yeah, you can check me over at Twitch on The Biggest Bop. I'm pretty sure I'm what am I on Twitter? That's a good question. All right, so if you want to, you can check me out over at Twitch at The Biggest Bop and on Twitter at The Biggest Bop, but Bop has two P's in it. So BOPP. All one word, no uppercases. Drop a like on this video. Let's relight this fucking joint. Let's fucking get this over with, man. I've never been less excited to get high. Like, I feel like a fucking mess right now. Ooh, harsh. That one was the butane though. I lit it for too long. Oh wow. That's incredibly hot. Holy shit. I wish there was a way for you to feel the temperature of the smoke while I smoke this. But like I'm not gonna tell you to go buy one because this is not the move. Alright guys. Progress check. We're almost done. Honestly, I'm gonna take a couple really good more pulls of these. A cup honestly, I'm gonna take a couple more really good pulls of this and probably just end the video there. Like to be honest, if I was gonna give this a rating, I really would not be rating it high. If you got nothing nice to say it in a polite way and in a way that doesn't make you legally viable for defamation. I wonder what I get to do for the outro for this one. I'm trying to bring back like I like the Adult Swim style bump. you know, like in the middle of like episodes, it'll just bam, gif of a pretty video or like landscape or something, and then like there'll just be like Adult Swim or like something really small written in there. Yeah, man. I don't think I'm gonna smoke that farther than there. So that is out. Honestly, I gotta say, like now that we're through the end of the joint, like I am high. You know, I'm definitely a little inebriated. You know, like not. Nah, that's the wrong word for it. I got like a nice little head change going on. You know, but it's not like where I would like to be. Reel that all the way back. All right, now that we're at the end of the joint, like I'm a little high, you know. I'm not where I'd like to be, and I feel really fidgety and like I can't sit still. I'm probably gonna do something like after this. But other than that, you know, the taste was okay, you know, like it was bearable. But the end of the joint just got so hot because of how thick it is. Like, you know, the shape of it was not a plus at all. It actually took away from the experience. I don't I didn't like the feeling of the glass tip. It said glass, but I have a feeling it was plastic. Like if I had to fucking call it something, I'd call it what it is. It's a joint, you know? Like it wasn't anything amazing. It wasn't super awful, but I definitely feel like I need either some water or to like walk this off. So we're gonna call this the end of the video. Remember, you can like, you can subscribe. These come out every Wednesday. We're trying for 3 o'clock because I just feel like Wednesday 3 o'clock is the move, right? But that's the video. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you have something to say, drop a comment. I respond to every comment I can. You know, it makes my fucking day. Yeah. Fuck yeah.